Your cat isn't crazy. It's just following instincts that are millions of years old. One second, it's completely calm. The next, it's racing through the house like it just saw something you can't see. It squeezes into boxes that are clearly too small, climbs to the highest spot in the room, scratches the couch, chases anything that moves, and then curls up purring like nothing happened. Sometimes they're sweet, sometimes they're funny. And sometimes, honestly, we have no idea what they're doing. But one thing is true, cats have a special way of keeping us entertained. We watch them jump, climb, hide, stalk, sprint across the room, scratch random surfaces, and stare at corners like there's a secret world only they can see. And eventually, we all ask the same question: why do cats do that? To understand it, we have to go way back, long before they were sleeping on our beds, eating from bowls, and taking over our homes. For millions of years, cats lived as solitary hunters. They survived by catching small animals, but they also had to stay away from larger predators. That means their lives depended on very specific behaviors: moving quietly, hiding fast, watching from above, attacking at the right moment, and staying alert to everything around them. And even though most house cats today live in comfort, those old instincts are still there. That's why some of the things Nala does may look strange to us, but in nature, they would make perfect sense. Cats are built to climb. Their muscles, balance, and flexibility allow them to reach high places with ease. In the wild, being above ground helped them watch their territory, spot prey, and avoid danger. Today, Nala doesn't need to climb onto a shelf to find dinner. Her food is already waiting in a bowl. But her instincts don't know that. So when she jumps onto the tallest piece of furniture and looks down at the room, she isn't just being dramatic. She's choosing a lookout point. From up there, she can see more, feel safer, and keep an eye on everything happening around her. Then there's the hunting behavior. Cats usually didn't hunt big animals. Most of their prey was small, quick, and hard to catch, so they had to hunt more than once a day and take advantage of every chance they got. First, they watched. Then they waited. Then they moved closer. And when the moment was right, they pounced. That same pattern shows up when Nala chases a string, a ball, a shadow, or anything small that moves across the floor. To us, it looks like play. To her, it feels like practice. That's why she can be lying down peacefully one moment and suddenly switch into full hunting mode. Her eyes lock in, her body lowers, her paws get ready, and then she launches forward. She's not overreacting. She's following an old impulse that has been passed down for generations. This also explains why many cats prefer eating small portions throughout the day, and sometimes even at night. Their bodies come from a rhythm where food didn't arrive all at once. It came through small hunting opportunities. And then there are those tiny spaces cats love so much: a cardboard box, a paper bag, an open drawer, a narrow gap between furniture. That's where Nala comes in. She might have a soft bed, a clean blanket, and plenty of comfortable places to rest. But if there's a box on the floor, there's a good chance she'll choose the box. And it's not just because it's cute. In nature, small prey often hid in holes, cracks, and tight spaces. For a cat, exploring those places could mean finding food, but those same spots could also work as shelter. A small, enclosed space helped them stay hidden, protected, and less exposed. So when Nala squeezes into a box she barely fits in, it may look funny to us, but to her it feels safe. Another behavior that confuses many people is scratching. When a cat scratches the couch, the chair, the curtains, or anything else nearby, it can feel like they're trying to destroy the house on purpose. But that's not really what's happening. For their ancestors, claws were essential. They helped them climb, hunt, defend themselves, and escape when they needed to. Scratching keeps those claws in good condition. It also stretches the muscles in the back and legs, releases stress, and leaves behind scent marks that say, "This space is mine." So when Nala scratches a piece of furniture, she's not necessarily declaring war on your living room. She's doing something her body naturally tells her to do. For cats, scratching is maintenance. It's stretching, it's communication, and deep down, it's preparation. Because cats weren't only hunters, they could also be hunted. In the wild, the ones that knew how to hide, move quietly, and avoid being seen had a better chance of surviving. That's why Nala might disappear under the bed, hide behind a curtain, or choose the strangest corner of the house and stay there for hours. From our point of view, it can seem random. From hers, it makes sense. She's choosing places where she feels protected. That same instinct also helps explain why many cats care so much about their litter box. A dirty box or a strong smell can make them uncomfortable. And it's not only about being clean. In nature, strong odors could reveal their location. A clear scent trail could attract other animals. So for a cat, a clean space with fewer smells can feel safer. Even inside a home, where there may be no real predators around, that instinct doesn't simply disappear. And then there's one of the most fascinating things cats do: purring. Most of us think of purring as a sign of happiness, and many times it is. A cat may purr when it feels relaxed, safe, warm, or comfortable next to someone it trusts. But cats can also purr when they're hungry, nervous, stressed, or even when they're not feeling well. That's what makes it so interesting. Some researchers believe that the frequency of a cat's purr may support healing in the body, especially in tissues, muscles, and bones. So when Nala curls up next to you and starts to purr, maybe she's simply enjoying the moment. But maybe that sound is doing more than we realize. Maybe it helps her calm down. Maybe it helps her recover. Maybe it's part comfort, part communication, and part self-care. And somehow, it usually makes us feel calmer too. In the end, many of the behaviors we call strange are actually connected to a very old story. Cats developed these instincts over millions of years. They had to hunt for food, hide from danger, protect their space, and stay aware of everything around them. Today, they live with us. They sleep in our beds, they play with toys, they eat from bowls, they take over the couch, they act like the house belongs to them. But inside, that little wild hunter is still there. That's why they run, jump, climb, scratch, hide, stalk, and watch everything so carefully. For Nala, our home isn't just a home. It's territory. It's shelter. It's a hunting ground. It's her own little jungle. And if that's how she sees our world, there's one final question. How does she see us? As giant, clumsy, hairless cats? As useful creatures who open doors, serve food, and clean up after her? As easy companions to train? Or maybe, somewhere in her feline mind, she thinks we're part of the game, because we like to believe we're the ones watching cats. But maybe she's been watching us all along.
If you enjoyed this journey into biology, evolution, and the hidden anatomy of the animal kingdom, subscribe to Think Animal Science. See you in the next video.